Hi everyone, welcome back to the cocktail vlog. I'm Steve the bartender, and today I'm making 3 rhubarb gin cocktails using Warner's Distillery Rhubarb Gin. So I recently jumped on a call with Tom Warner of Warner's Distillery in Harrington in the UK for a bit of a tour of his botanical farm and distillery. So they overhauled the family farm back in 2012 and now source the majority of their botanicals on site for their gin production. So unfortunately we're yet to see their full range of gins. They've got about 11 in their lineup, but we do have these 2 here so far, which is their classic London dry, their rhubarb gin, and then very soon we're getting the honeybee gin, which I've been lucky enough to receive a bottle ahead of time. So you want to make sure you keep an eye out for this one. So Tom and his team tasked me with creating some rhubarb gin cocktails, utilizing this bad boy in the center right here. So I'm just going to break down the thought process of how I came about these particular drinks. But first of all, I'm going to mix myself a gin and ginger beer to get started. So the team does actually recommend pouring their rhubarb gin with Fevertree Mediterranean tonic or ginger ale. Personally, I love gin and ginger beer, so if you haven't tried it before, make sure you get on it, and it works exceptionally well with a rhubarb gin. And if you want to, you can squeeze some lime, add a sprig of mint to garnish. It's completely up to you. Gin and ginger beer, so good. Okay, so now that I'm adequately hydrated, I can get started on these cocktails. So gin usually comes off the still at least 80%, and it's then diluted back with water to bottle strength. So in this particular case, 1/3 of the bottle is actually diluted down with farm and locally sourced rhubarb juice. The rhubarb juice is like tart and sweet, so it actually pairs really nicely with this ginger beer. And I was basing all these cocktails around those tart and sweet rhubarb flavors of the gin. So to start with, I started brainstorming flavors that I thought would work really well with rhubarb and strawberry, pineapple, ginger, mint, grapefruit, honey, cardamom, just to name a few. And then I started sort of playing around with those particular flavors in the format of Negroni, sour, and a cobbler, and that's how these drinks kind of evolved. So the first cocktail is the Falls Negroni, and given that the rhubarb gin is quite sweet and tart, I wanted to go to the other end of the scale and add something bitter into it, which is why I thought of incorporating it into a Negroni, but just with a small twist. Like, this is probably not the most creative of drinks because I'm just using another format, doing a bit of a Mr. Potato Head and subbing one ingredient for another. But I'm starting off with 37.5 ml, 1 1/4 ounce of Warner's Rhubarb Gin. And then sticking with the theme of rhubarb, I'm using a Rhubarbero Zucca in particular. So this is an Italian Amaro, and it's made with Chinese rhizome of rhubarb, which is just the rhubarb root. So it has like kind of cola notes and a more subtle bitterness when you compare it to that of Campari. So 30 ml, 1 ounce. Now I've gone a little bit harder on the gin rather than equal measures. So I'm pulling back the sweet vermouth just a touch. I'm going 22.5 ml, 3/4 ounce. Carpagno Antica formula. Nice sweet vanilla notes to this one. Nice big rustically cut piece of clear ice. I'm just going to give it a stir for about 20 seconds. And garnish with a slice of orange. There you have the Falls Negroni. Cheers. It's actually like a really bright version of a Negroni because you're using the Zucca Rhubarbero. The bitterness is a lot softer and you get those tart notes of the rhubarb gin. So I think by not using Campari, utilizing another Amaro, it really highlights the rhubarb gin. I like this. On to cocktail number 2, the Queen's Crop. So this is using a sour format, and we're utilizing Warner's Rhubarb Gin and Campari. So as I said, it's sweet and tart, but then I'm also using a rhubarb and strawberry syrup. And we all know rhubarb and strawberry goes really well with Campari and gin, but because we're using a tartar style gin, as well as the syrup, those two combined together, I feel like the Campari kind of dries it out and plays really nicely. If you're not a fan of Campari, I still recommend trying this. If you don't have a bowl of Campari, then just completely omit it and then maybe lower the amount of syrup that you use. So this one calls for 45 ml of Warner's Rhubarb Gin. And the Campari is only in a small measure, so give it a shot. So 15 ml, half an ounce. I've got some fresh lemon juice. So 22.5 ml, 3/4 ounce. And 15 ml, half an ounce of strawberry and rhubarb syrup. Really bright and tart, quite acidic. Yeah, it's still sweet. It's a syrup. Then egg whites. If you don't trust your egg cracking skills, then definitely don't crack it straight over the tin, or put it in the shaker first. So we've got egg white, so we're gonna give it a dry shake first. And emulsify the egg. Oh, so good. And double strain into a chilled coupe glass. So we've got a subtle pink from the rhubarb gin, bright, luminescent Campari, strawberry rhubarb syrup. Like this should look, especially once the foam is settled, this should look beautiful. Unfortunately, rhubarb is out of season here in Australia. Otherwise, I'd love to just have a nice thin peel and then turn it into a bit of a spiral or a twirl, and that would look stunning on this. But in saying that, I mean, it's got a really nice color to it. It's got a beautiful foam, so even without a garnish, I think this looks great. So there you have a Queen's Crop. Cheers. That's a really bright gin sour, strawberry rhubarb. The Campari, I think, kind of just balances those sweet tart notes out with that little bit of bitterness. But it's not a hero, it doesn't take over. I like this, it's good sour. So on to cocktail number 3, the Crafty Cobbler. So I'm doing a split base of vermouth and gin. So Warner's Rhubarb Gin, 30 ml, 1 ounce. Really easy cocktail, easy to make, easy to drink. 30 ml, 1 ounce of dry vermouth. Your choice, I'm using Naughty Pratt French vermouth. And then 22.5 ml, 3/4 ounce, maybe a smidge under of pineapple syrup. And likewise for the fresh lemon juice. Lastly, 1 dash of Regan's orange bitters. So traditional cobbler style, plenty of ice, crushed or pebbled ice. So almost fill the glass to the top just so you can stir it. So you want to super chill this, get the glass a little bit frosty, add some dilution. And for garnish, a slice or a wheel of orange. And lastly, a nice big fragrant bunch of mint. Just slide that inside there. So there you have the Crafty Cobbler. Cheers. I'd have to say, I think that's my favorite. It's really bright, summery, some like tangy, citrusy flavors, plenty of rhubarb, and then you've got the complexity from the dry vermouth that it brings to the drink. I love that. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you check out the details below if you're interested in Warner's Distillery gins. 11 gins available in the UK, 2, almost 3 available in Australia, and I'll leave some more details and you can read about them in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.